Hillary Clinton, she just comes out of the woodwork every so often to really wreck American politics further. I don't know why she is still on the TVs, but she is. She has now called for the formal deprogramming of MAGA members. They're in a cult, you see. If you're a Democrat and you cultishly and slavishly worship Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, or now an elderly dotard who has the inability to speak from his face hole, then that's because you're normal. But if you're a Trump fan, or even if you're not a Trump fan, but you voted for him, this means that you are a MAGA member who must be deprogrammed.
I mean, we had very strong partisans in both parties in the past, and we had very bitter battles over all kinds of things, gun control and climate change and the economy and taxes. But there wasn't this little tail of extremism wagging the dog of the Republican Party as it is today. Mm-hmm. And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump, who has no credibility left by any measure. He's only in it for himself. He's now defending himself in civil actions and criminal actions. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members, but something needs to happen.
What does that mean, a formal deprogramming of the cult members? Does that sound fascistic to you? It sounds fascistic to me. Are you talking about fun adult camps like she once talked about? Re-education camps? Like what would formal deprogramming even look like from Hillary Clinton? And this should be frightening. It should be particularly frightening given the fact that according to Newsweek, the federal government believes the threat of violence and major civil disturbances around the 2024 U.S. presidential election is so great, it has quietly created a new category of extremists it seeks to track and counter: Donald Trump's army of MAGA followers. The FBI, apparently, is going to pursue and prevent what it calls domestic terrorism without direct reference to political parties or affiliations, but the vast majority of its current anti-government investigations are of Trump supporters, according to classified data obtained by Newsweek. A current FBI official says the FBI is in an almost impossible situation. The FBI is intent on stopping domestic terrorism and any repeat of January 6th, but they're focusing on former President Trump and his MAGA supporters. This is what they are doing right now. Newsweek spoke to over a dozen current or former government officials specializing in terrorism in a 3-month investigation to understand the current domestic security landscape and to evaluate what Biden is doing about what it calls domestic terrorism. And they've been looking at secret FBI and DHS data, tracking incidents, threats, investigations, and cases. It seems as though they are cracking down on MAGA members, presumably at the behest of President Biden, who tweeted last September, Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of this country. So that means the people who oppose Joe Biden need deprogramming. The FBI needs to target them. All of this should scare the living hell out of you. And it's not just, by the way, that they are targeting the common Donald Trump voter. They're also targeting anybody who's just heterodox. When I bought my home in Florida, one of the things that mattered most to me was how the light came into the home. Because honestly, if it's too dark in my house, I can't stand it. And that meant I took a look at the window coverings, and then I went to blinds.com and I got better window coverings, because that makes a huge difference. You should check out blinds.com as well. They make a huge difference in your home or office. In our Florida studio, we use blinds.com as well. Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings with over 40,000 5-star reviews. You can measure and install it yourself or have blinds.com take care of it with local professionals. There's no showroom, no retail markets, and no matter how many you order, installation is just one low cost. If you don't have an eye for design, Blinds.com experts are always available to help choose the style and color that's right for you. Everything they sell is covered by their perfect fit and 100% satisfaction guarantee. With hundreds of styles and colors to choose from, Blinds.com is sure to have the perfect treatment for your windows. Shop Blinds.com's primetime kickoff event. It's happening right now. Save up to 50% site-wide, plus doorbusters. It's one of their biggest sales of the year. Get up to 50% off at Blinds.com. When you check out online, don't forget to tell them you heard about Blinds.com from The Ben Shapiro Show. Rules and restrictions may apply. Poor sleep, it can cause weight gain, mood issues, poor mental health, lower productivity. Sleep is the foundation of everybody's mental and physical health and performance. Having a consistent nighttime routine is non-negotiable. If you're struggling with sleep, you need to check out Beam. Beam's top-selling Beam Dream has a brand new formula. Dream contains a powerful all-natural blend of reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, and apigenin to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. Just mix Beam Dream into hot water or milk, stir or froth, and enjoy before bedtime today. My listeners get a special discount on Beam's Dream Powder, their best-selling healthy hot cocoa for sleep with no added sugar. It's now available in delicious flavors like cinnamon cocoa, chocolate peanut butter, and mint chip. Better sleep has never tasted better. We've been using Beam down here at the office, and it is fantastic. If you want to try Beam's best-selling Dream Powder, get up to 40% off for a limited time when you go to shopbeam.com/Ben. Use code Ben at checkout. That is shopbeam.com/Ben shopbeam.com/Ben. Use code Ben for up to 40% off again. That is shopbeam.com/Ben. Use promo code Ben and get up to 40% off and get a better night's sleep starting like right now. The Biden administration, meanwhile, continues to target Elon Musk. How many agencies are targeting Elon Musk at this point? We've got the SEC, which is targeting him. We've got the FTC, which is targeting him. We've got the NLRB, I believe, is targeting him. It's like every agency of the federal government is now targeting Elon Musk. That's weird. Why is that happening? I can't imagine, other than that he has heterodox political opinions. The SEC said Thursday it is seeking another court order that would compel Elon Musk to testify as part of an investigation into his purchase of Twitter, now called X. The SEC said in a filing in a San Francisco federal court, Musk failed to appear for testimony on September 15th, despite an investigative subpoena served by the SEC and having raised no objections at the time it was served. But 2 days before scheduled testimony, Musk abruptly notified the SEC staff he would not appear. The SEC said it has been conducting a fact-finding investigation involving the period before Musk's takeover last year when Twitter was still publicly traded. The agency said it has not concluded that anyone violated federal securities laws. So they're just investigating, for the fun of it and for the hell of it. By the way, it's why would you investigate Elon Musk for buying Twitter and turning it into X? By pretty much every available account, he has lost tens of billions of dollars in that transaction. So what exactly is the horrible thing that he did when he took the hit? The answer, of course, is that put pressure on Musk and hope to shut him up is the basic idea. Hillary Clinton, of course, spells that one out once again. She says, we need these big platforms to do what Hillary Clinton wants them to do.
People from all walks of life are mounting a massive resistance to autocracy, to the oppression of women and girls, to irresponsible big tech companies whose platforms are absolutely rife with misogyny and sexism and viral attacks on women in the public sphere. So we're trying to tell a different story, a different narrative for the future by not only standing up for democracy, human rights, and progress, but highlighting women who are doing it in their lives every single day.
So it's the big platforms that are to blame, obviously, says Hillary Clinton. And we all know which platforms she is talking about right there. So Elon Musk tweeted out a comprehensive overhaul of these agencies is sorely needed, along with a commission to take punitive action against those individuals who have abused their regulatory power for personal and political gain. Can't wait for this to happen. He says the probability of it happening is 100%. Well, we can only hope and pray that that is true because the threats against Musk have been pretty extraordinary. Candace recently spoke at a campus. I'm not sure which campus this was. And she was hit with the usual question, which is some activist got up, a trans LGBTQ plus divided by sign activist, and said, why are you hurting my feelings? And hats off to Candace for this excellent response.
Hello.
What do you have to say to the trans students on this campus who actively feel victimized by your presence here today?
Life's tough. Get a helmet, man. I'm too pregnant for this. Next question.
Yep, that is right. By the way, I love the "I'm too pregnant for this" line. Candace, again, showing her status as a birthing person. How dare she? But that's where Candace is at her best. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.